Okay, so I wanted to do this video. I've kind of been putting it off for a while. Hold on, let me stop this. This volume is annoying me. I'm on a cruise right now, and today's our last day. Oh, here's the mute button. Anyways, so I'm posting this video so that hopefully maybe this will help someone out. If this pertains to you, if you've had the same experience, I suppose write me an email, Julia, Julia, Jewels 7, the number 7, at AOL.com, and put in the subject Flexiril. But anyways, so August 2014, I was in a really bad car accident. This idiot T-boned me and nearly killed me. Like, if I would have been a foot further in the intersection, he would have hit me in my door, and no way I would have survived it. So anyways, I was on Flexiril for about a year, up until September 2015. So I don't remember exactly what day. But anyways, so I had taken, sometime in September, I had taken one of my Flexirils, like always. I took it daily, like at least once a day. I would still need it because I'm so sore. And so I took my Flexiril as usual. I was at the point where I can take it with or without food. It's not going to make a difference. It doesn't make me tired because I've been on it for so long. So I took my Flexiril, and out of nowhere, as soon as I started the Flexiril, as soon as I started feeling it kick in, as soon as I felt it kick in, like where I felt like my neck muscles started relaxing and my headache started to go away, I started getting felt like something was stuck in my throat, like right here. And it just got worse as time went on. And so after that Flexiril wore off, the feeling subsided for the most part, but I still kind of felt like something feeling stuck in my throat. So I wrote my doctor's office about it, and they're like, oh, well, maybe it's because you didn't eat anything when you took it. And I'm thinking in my head, but I always take these whether I've eaten or not, but okay. So the next time I took a Flexiril, I had already eaten, and I was so terrified because the feeling of something being stuck in my throat was so intense. I didn't want to go through it again and have that feeling last for 12 hours. So I literally cut a teeny tiny piece of my Flexiril, and I took it. That set off a chain reaction of 3-month-long symptoms. So the last time that I took a Flexiril in September, it was a couple days after my initial reaction. I had a plethora of awful symptoms, which literally dropped me to my knees and had me in the emergency room on 3 separate occasions. The last time I was in the ER, I was so miserable that I was bawling when they discharged me because they didn't do anything for me, and I couldn't believe they were letting me leave after I had spent literally about 4 hours in the damn waiting room just to get back there, and they didn't even frickin' run an IV and give me Pepsid at the least. So anyways, these are my symptoms. The feeling of something being stuck in my throat, intense chest pain, that it was like I couldn't breathe. I don't even know, and it also made my back hurt too. I don't know. And then severe abdominal pain as well. So through all of this, I went to see my doctors on several occasions. I even went to a gastro, and just through them questioning me at my visit, they were like, well, an endoscopy isn't really going to do anything for you. So pretty much went to that appointment for nothing. So all the medicines that they put me on Carafate, which you have to take every 6 hours. They put me on Pepsid, Prilosec, and Ativan to control the spasming of my throat and my chest. All of my symptoms lasted today is January 16th, 2016, and I've had this weird phenomenon since September 2015. And now, I'd say within like the last month, all of my symptoms have finally subsided, and I've been able to wean myself off of every medication that I was on, with the exception of Ativan, which is aka lorazepam. I still have to take that every once in a while because for some reason now, if I get stressed about a situation, if I get emotional, if I get really excited and happy, if I laugh too much for too long, my chest hurts and it's like I can't breathe. I don't know how to explain it, so I still take Ativan / lorazepam every once in a while. Anyways, though, through me having this weird reaction that nobody could really solve and nobody could tell me what it was, I, was Googling my life away here. And I'm not a candidate for any of the things that really fit my symptoms. I don't have irritable bowel syndrome. I don't have narcotic bowel syndrome from when you're on narcotics for too long. My body just had a weird reaction after being on Flexiril for like a year. And through Googling my symptoms, I cannot be the only one. There's other people that have had similar symptoms. So I was literally to the point a couple months ago where my symptoms were just so bad despite being medicated. There were times that, all of my medicine would make me feel fine. And it got to a point around Thanksgiving where it was like my medicine wasn't making a difference. And I just couldn't picture, literally, I've never ever had a thought like this in my mind, but I was so miserable and I was in the bathtub one day and I'm literally thinking to myself, I can't live the rest of my life feeling this awful without a freaking cure. And I'm not going to be on medication for the rest of my life to make these symptoms subside. And it literally ran through my mind that I'm going to kill myself. Like, I just can't live like this. So if anybody's watching this and has the same thoughts that I did, hang in there, because hopefully, as long as you stay away from Flexiril, hopefully your body will kick the symptoms as well. I think around Thanksgiving, for whatever reason, the leftover medication of Flexiril that had been left in my body was maybe trying to make a last hoorah and hang on and torture the crap out of me. But I don't know, I'm just lucky. Nobody knew what my problem was. Nobody was interested in solving it, which is the most frustrating part, to be in such excruciating, constant pain every day. You can't breathe, you can't sleep, you feel like you're freaking choking on a marble every second, and nobody is the least bit interested in trying to diagnose you properly. Like, I'm sitting in the office telling my doctors at first, I'm like, I think I have narcotic bowel syndrome, and they're just basically like, well, that would be impossible to prove. Like, what do you mean that's impossible to prove? There's articles online of people trying to fucking sue the pharmaceutical companies that make Flexiril. Like, I think it's a very dangerous drug, but I don't think, most doctors wouldn't prescribe it to you to take for as long as I took it. I took it for a little bit over a year on a daily basis. And it wasn't that my doctor was shoving pills down my throat. I was getting my refills because I wanted my muscle relaxer because I freaking needed it. I have like the worst tension headaches now since my car accident, which is one other thing. The last little word of advice that doesn't really have to do with Flexiril, but however, if you are on Flexiril, or for future reference, because of a car accident, don't do what I did. I made the mistake of not suing. I was like, well, I'm going to wait. And, down the line, if I am still having problems and I feel like I'll need more money down the line, that's what I'll do. I'll frickin' sue. Well, it's too late now because my insurance from my car, because the retard who hit me didn't have sufficient insurance. All he had was liability, so I just went with I had full coverage, so I took advantage of my full coverage because I wasn't going to mess around trying to sue some kid who doesn't have a pot to piss in, clearly. So basically my lawyer was like, well, since you're not going to rehab anymore, which I can't afford because I'm not going to pay out of pocket, I've used up all my insurance. Basically, since I'm not seeing a doctor, even though I desperately need to, I want to do physical therapy again and chiropractor and massage because I'm freaking miserable. I still have tension headaches. I can't sue him apparently because I'm not still going to a doctor because I don't have any more money. Hello. That's why I need to sue him. Hello. So yeah, my advice for myself and other people is the next idiot who can't frickin' pay attention to the road and the lights and everything, you run into me, I'm taking your ass to court ASAP. Whether I think I need to or not, I'm taking you to the cleaners because I'm screwed. I might have problems for the rest of my life now. I don't know. And there's nothing I can do about it, you know? I got the short hand of the stick. And so I would advise you, if you are currently on Flexiril because of a car accident that was not your fault, you need to sue them. Don't wait. Don't say, oh, I'll wait, and if I need to later, if I need more medical care. No. Sue them now, or else you're going to be in a boat with me. So yeah, that's my little story. This is an already almost 12-minute video. I didn't intend for it to be this long, but if you're experiencing the same thing as me, please email me, put in the subject Flexiril or Flexiril reaction or something. I don't care. But if you don't do that, if you don't put a subject in there, I'm just gonna delete it because I don't read mail. Unless it's from like Mac or Sephora or something like that. I don't read my email. So just make sure you put a subject in there, and just hang in there, you know. Hopefully your doctors can put you on medication to subside your symptoms, but for my own experience, I wouldn't count on your doctors even being interested in diagnosing what's really wrong with you or telling you, yeah, you have a legit, you know, Google it, because I'm not the only person who has these weird side effects from Flexiril. Granted, I do not think, you know, no doctor, including my own, would recommend you being on Flexiril for as long as I was. So I didn't abuse it. I didn't, you know, take more than I was supposed to. I don't know why I had this reaction. I would never take it again because I'm so afraid that I would have the reaction again just from taking one pill because my reaction came out of nowhere. I am currently on another muscle relaxer called Soma. Thankfully, my body became dependent after a while on Flexiril because once I stopped taking it, for about 3 days, my shoulders like just swelled up. I was so constantly sore no matter what I did. So I know that my body somehow had to have been addicted to it. But if you're having the same problem as me, write me, let me know, and hang in there. Keep going to your doctor. If your pills ain't working, bug them, knock down their doors, whatever you got to do. But just hang in there, and hopefully your stuff will subside. Mine finally subsided, you know, and hopefully you'll have the same outcome that I did, the same relief. So thanks if you made it this far to the end of my now 14-minute video.